And what else did you do apart from reading?
Well, after that, I really got into this book called Discipline and Punish by Michel Foucault, the French writer. Have you heard of him?
Yes.
It's a really good book. It's about how institutions create these kinds of timetables in order to make the body become docile.
Yes. And what else did you do? What else did you do apart from reading?
Well, I started looking at bookbinding in the Middle Ages, a fascinating process they used to go through, especially those monks who were out there, not doing very much, just binding books.
Yes.
Reading them as well, of course.
Any extra activities?
I did do a Harry Potter bookathon for charity. I tried to read as many of the Harry Potters as I could in 24 hours.
More reading.
I managed to get halfway through the Order of the Phoenix, book 5.
Yes.
Well, just near the beginning, really, the bit where Dudley gets demented. Do you remember it?
Yes.
Yeah? I managed to raise £253.62. Quite good, really.
Yes. Anything else?
I did some volunteering work in a reading group.
Yes.
With old people who were blind.
Anything else? Yes.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't let that happen in your Oxford interview. How can you avoid it? Easy. Get out from under your desk, put those books down, and go and get involved in some extracurricular activities. This video will explain why it's so important to engage in extracurricular activities when you're applying for an elite university and which activities you should consider participating in. When you're aiming for a spot at an elite university, what you do outside the classroom is just as important as your academic achievements in the classroom. And why is that? Well, top universities like Oxbridge or the Ivy League, they're not really just looking for bookworms. They want to see well-rounded individuals who have passion, who can lead, who have a commitment to their interests outside of the academic. By engaging in extracurricular activities, you're showcasing the fact that you can manage your time well, that you can work as part of a team, and more importantly, that you can take the initiative, that you can be a leader. Those are qualities that elite universities are really looking for. Think of it this way. Universities are communities. They're not just there to impart knowledge, they're also about creating leaders, innovators, team players. Your extracurricular experiences show that you're ready to contribute, to be part of something bigger. So whether you're the captain of the rugby team, the lead violinist in the school orchestra, or the driving force behind a local charity initiative, these pursuits paint a fuller picture of who you are and what you can offer to their institution. There's something to think about very carefully here. It's not just about padding your resume with a scattergun list of activities. It's about showing genuine commitment and growth in areas in which you're really passionate, and universities can tell the difference. What I mean is this: don't just pack your week with a bunch of random stuff. A bit of volunteering here, book group over there, tennis practice on a Tuesday, stamp collecting on a Thursday. A university admissions officer looking at that list would think it's chaotic and incomprehensible. They'd probably say, why on earth is this student doing all these completely different and unconnected activities? Don't they really know what they're interested in? And they'd probably conclude that the only reason you were doing all those activities was to show them off in your application, rather than because of your genuine interest in them. So ask yourself, what drives you? What makes you tick? And then dive deep into those interests. Let them shape your journey. That's not only going to help you stand out in your university application, but it's also going to help you at university and beyond. Remember my extracurricular experiences, which I talked about in another video. I was really passionate about sports and music, and any admissions officer looking at my application could see that I'd followed those two threads rigorously. And then when I turned up at Oxford, I contributed. Look, I was in the rugby team, New College RFC, New College Rugby Football Club. I was a flanker. Number 6. In fact, I ended up the captain of the men's team and the coach of the women's team. They looked at my application, they thought he could do a good job, and I got there and I did a job. I contributed, I led, I was part of the wider life of the community. Remember also the types of activities we said you could get involved in this video if you're less interested in the physical side of things and you're more interested in cerebral activities such as developing your critical thinking skills by participating in debate clubs or studying philosophy or taking part in essay writing competitions. A combination of those activities would really look good and make sense on an application too. So get out there and explore, engage and excel in what you love. Make your extracurricular activities a reflection of your best self. And remember, it's those unique experiences outside of the classroom that are really going to light the way to the gates of your dream university. Stay tuned for more insights into how to make your elite university application unbeatable by subscribing to the channel and clicking on the little bell icon to receive a notification every time I post a new video. And in the meantime, chase your passions! And here are the links to those 2 videos I was talking about earlier on. One of them the self-discipline video and the other one the critical thinking video, which are also part of my Unlocking Elite University series. So watch those as a reminder of the things you can take part in when you want to do some great extracurricular activities.